After much consideration, I'm going to vote no on the NDAA, the National Defense Authorization Act, and you need to know why. I love our military. I'm grateful for their service and sacrifice. Our brave servicemen and women didn't fight for this liberal, woke garbage of an agenda, and I didn't come to Washington to put a rubber stamp on it either. Unfortunately, Democrats politicized and jeopardized funding for our troops in the NDAA, legislation that has traditionally been very bipartisan. But look, just last week, Republicans were calling for the resignations and impeachment of military leaders for their total incompetence. We all saw the tragedy in Afghanistan that killed 13 of our service members and the drone strike that left innocent children dead. I won't sign on to a bill that does nothing to address these failures. If the Biden regime isn't going to take any responsibility, and if Nancy Pelosi isn't going to allow Congress to pursue investigations, and if nobody is going to get fired over the Afghanistan debacle, then I am not going to vote to give the Democrats carte blanche to do that crap all over again. There are provisions in this legislation that contain swampy earmarks, require us to cover abortion drugs, and require women to enter the draft. We are drafting our daughters. What does it say about a country that has to force its women into combat? The creation of useless offices and mandatory trainings to promote wokeness and diversity inclusion among our troops distracts from the national security mission of the armed services. And speaking of national security, the Democrats want to permanently close Guantanamo Bay. Yep, Gitmo will be closed, releasing terrorists that are headed straight for our southern borders that we all know are wide open. Pelosi's NDAA unconstitutionally authorizes red flag laws and a new military court gun confiscation program that will strip our men and women in uniform of their firearms based on mere allegations. Punishing our troops who seek mental health services by taking their guns will only lead to more hesitancy and higher suicide rates than we've already seen. Those troops will take pause from seeking the counseling that they need. These partisan hacks will use this bill to create a new office to counter so-called extremism in the military that will target anyone who still believes in standing for the flag in the United States. I submitted 6 amendments to this legislation, and none were allowed to receive a vote or even debate for that matter. I'll be the first to say, our military should always be fully funded, but they deserve better. Taxpayers deserve better. And that's what I'll continue to fight every day.